Hello, my dear friends. How are you? Myself is Professor Dr. Deshpande, and once again I am back and welcome you back also in the serial Ayurveda for All. Today is a Monday, that is 18th of March 2019, and today's topic for Ayurveda for All is to understand the concept of properties of Vata Dosha. As I have already mentioned to you, all our physiological activities are depend on the homeostasis or balanced condition of three bioenergies. Vata, bioenergy responsible for all sorts of movements. Then Pitta, Dosha, that is the bioenergy for all sorts of transformation, digestion and metabolism. And Kapha bioenergy is for all sorts of mechanical stability, nutrition, growth, maintenance. Today, I would like to discuss with you properties of Vata Dosha. Why it is essential to understand the properties? Because Ayurveda has a concept of Dravya, Guna and Karma Siddhanta. The principle tells us that each and every substance has some properties, and according to the properties, it has some functions. Rather, properties and functions are closely or intimately related with each other. Now, Vata Dosha has to perform the movements, okay? For example, respiratory movement, then the beating of the hearts, lup, dup, lup, dup. Then also for the digestion purpose, peristaltic movements. Then we have to move our hands and legs. We have to walk, we have to talk. All these movements is a function of Vata Dosha. What are the qualities of Vata Dosha? First, of course, the Sanskrit introduction, just to make what you can say interest in Ayurveda. Vata Dosha has the properties. First, Sanskrit line, Tatra Ruksha Laghu Shitaha Khara Sukshma Chala Anilaha. Tatra Ruksho Laghu Shitaha Khara Sukshma Chalo Anilaha. Tatra, that means there. Anala is a synonym or the parallel name for Vata Dosha. Anala, remember, the students always get confused in Anala and Anila. Remember my words. So, Tatra Ruksho Lagushchita Khara Sukshmaschalo Nilaha. Anila is a Vayu or Vata Dosha. And Anala is Agni or Pitta Dosha or the fire. Anila is a Vata Dosha. So, which are the properties? Ruksha, Laghu, Shita, Khara, Sukshma and Chala. All these properties in the one way or the other help for the movement of the organ, movement of the system, movement of the cell, movement of the molecules. Let us see one by one. Ruksha is a dryness. All these properties has a physical sense, chemical sense, and most important is the functional sense. I will explain one after another. But properties are not only physical, properties are not only chemical, properties has a role of function. That means, what is the Ruksha properties? Rukshata makes the dryness. And why the dryness is important? To separate any molecules, one has to do some friction. There should be some dryness in between. If I have the very stickiness, there cannot be a movement. So excessive stickiness, opposite is a dryness. So for proper movement, there should be optimal dryness. Remember this word optimal. That means not too excess and not too low. That is called as optimal. Golden mean. So all properties should be remained in a golden mean. For example, my peristaltic movements are going on. So there should be a proper dryness. If there is excessive dryness, what will happen? The person will suffer from constipation, hard stool, because no obstruction, excessive dryness, stiffness is there. But if there is excessive stickiness, then amoebiasis, then the person has to strain for passing the stool. So not excessive dryness, not excessive stickiness. Optimal dryness is important for any sorts of movement. Laghu. After second property is a Laghu. Tatra Ruksha Laghu. Laghu is a light. For any movement, the particle should have some lightness in its composition and structure. If that optimal lightness has disturbed, there is a problem. For example, a normal built person having the BMI of say 20-21, he will have the exactly proper physiological activities and movements. But if the person is too much obese, because opposite to Laghu is a Guru, and Guru is a heavy, overweight, that can make a problem for all his movements. The movements of skeletal muscles, movements of the heart, movements of the lungs. So everywhere there will be breathlessness, there will be palpitation, there will be dyspnea. Do you understand? So Laghuta. Another way, if the too much low weight person is there, he will not have the enough energy to have some activities. So too much overweight, too much lower weight is bad. So optimal lightness in the body, that is called as a Laghu. So Rukshata, dryness, Laghu, Tatra Ruksha Laghu, Shita. You will be surprised. What is Shita? Shita is a cold. Cooling, optimal cooling is necessary for your energy. Remember my words. If too much hot sun is there, summer is there, you will not have energy. If there is a too much cold, then there will be stiffness of your joints. Your joints will be locked. But I feel in the spring season, in the month of November in Maharashtra, India, there is a very, very optimal sheet. Not too hot, not too cold. This particular cooling system, if in the environment, if in my body, then my body, all activities, physiological movements, it may be the internal organ movements or it may be the external skeletal muscle movements, they will be the best one. Vata function will be best one when there is optimal cooling effect in the environment and in the body. So Ruksha, Laghu, Shita. Khara is like scrapping. If there is excessive accumulation in the body channels, for example, if a lot of mucus is there, so I have to give some medicines to scrap those excessive mucus, and then only I can breathe properly. So Kharata is required at some time for scrapping the excessive accumulation of waste, clay, the moisture. We have to reduce that excessive moisture. Optimal balance of Rukshata, dryness and Snigdhata is needed for the optimal movement, best function of Vata Dosha. So Ruksha is a property of Vata Dosha. Laghu is needed, lightness is needed, cooling effect is needed. Ruksha, Laghu, Shita, Khara, Sukshma. Sukshma is a minute. So Vata activities are happening in the minutest channel of our body. Minutest cell membrane. Na pump is there, NAK, movements of the ions. This ionic movement is because of the Sukshmata. If that Sukshmata is damaged, if there is not proper porosity, if there is blocking, Vata movements will not happen across the cell membrane. Transport will hamper. Transport across the cell membrane will hamper, which is a movement, which is a function of Vata Dosha, will get damaged if that porosity is lost. That is Sukshmata. Remember my words. Ruksha, Laghu, Shita, Khara, Sukshma. And the last very, very important property is Chala. Chala is a mobile. That means not mobile phone. Mobility. Mobility is the characteristic feature of Vata Dosha. Vata Dosha cannot be having a optimal quality, optimal function if there is a excessive activity or the low activity. So it should be adequately, stimulation should be there. Nerve impulse should be adequate. Chemical stimulation should be adequate. Physical force should be adequate. So physical, chemical, neurological force, chalata, mobility should be optimal. Then Vata Dosha's functions, that is the movement, will be proper. So I guess you have understood very well. To make a good Vata function movement, the properties of Vata Dosha should be having golden mean, not too high, not too low. And which are those properties? Ruksha, dryness, optimal dryness. Ruksha, Laghu, optimal lightness. Shita, optimal cooling environment. Khara, optimal roughness should be there. chala, optimal mobility should be there. So thank you very much for patience hearing. I wish all the best. Take care and please subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.